they want to be able to use an exclamation sign in the name.
Yeah.
For example,
yes.
Homestick instead of the I. What do you think about that? Anything that comes to mind with that?
Yeah, no, totally. You're able to do that from a trademark standpoint. The USPTO is you can file that as a word mark, meaning a character mark. So, instead of the I, you're going to use the exclamation point. USPTO is going to treat that basically as an I for search purposes.
Okay.
So when they're doing their search, they're going to say like Homestick is the brand. So in some ways, they're going to call it a pseudonym at the USPTO. So even when they're doing their research, for all intents and purposes, it's Homestick with an I when the USPTO's doing their research, just like we are.
Yep. Right on. Good. Good answer. So I had an idea for seeking a patent on specialty soaps for persons with dermatological conditions. I would add over-the-counter generic medication to the soap. The generics obviously would be in the public domain. Would it be possible to get a patent on soap? Perhaps.
Classic attorney answer. It depends.
It depends. We're going to have to do some research. That is the number one thing we do right there. Patent research. Two big things. It's got to be first of its kind ever, right? Combining those elements with a soap and maybe in specific portions. But I think the toughest one, especially for like recipes or very simple add-ons, is an obvious addition. Because would these things be obvious to put together if they're kind of serving similar purposes? But maybe not, right? So it'll take a bit of digging. We'll have to look at some things that have been patented before. I'm not going to say no. I mean, it's in the realm. It's just a matter of what it is you're trying to put together.
Yeah, I could see how that would be potentially non-obvious, depending on what over-the-counter medications you're using potentially, right? If they're, known to be skin related, people tend to, clean their skin and then apply medication to it. So maybe that is pretty obvious, but I don't know, maybe not.
Right. Yeah, I would, who knows? It's some interesting thing. I would love for there to be a soap that doesn't need to be washed off. I mean, I don't know if that's even possible, right?
Yeah.
Hey, just lather it up and you're done, and just dry off, and it's not going to leave residue.
Right. Could they potentially get a patent on, like, if they have a unique process to get the medication to connect with the soap?
You nailed it. Exactly. Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to put together, let's think of, who knows, right? Some peppermint oil, and like it's just completely not from a chemical standpoint. There's been no way to solve putting that together in a even mixture with soap.
Sure.
And they figured out a way to heat it the right level or to contain it, get the microbe
soluble with the soap or something.
And they've got it. You bet. Process patent that would probably have a much broader application than just one particular type of soap. So yeah, I love that. Thank you, Matt.